Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to yet another live session of ISOEH, Indian School of Ethical Hacking. Your host for today is Srishtha Chakraborty. So, the concept of marathon of hacking, isn't it absolutely interesting? Yeah, seems to be very much fun. And this terms, marathon and hacking, together can be termed as hackathon, right? So let us know more about what hackathon is and what is the benefit of hackathon for cybersecurity aspirants. We have with us Mr. Shommo Mukhopadhyay. He is from Shiliguri. He has joined with us. He is certified ethical hacker and expert in network penetration testing, Wi-Fi attacks and mitigation. Most importantly, he is one of the experienced faculty of ISOEH Kolkata and Shiliguri. And of course, not to forget, he is one of the main brain behind this hackathon competition. Welcome to the live, sir.
Thank you, Sesta, for this generous introduction.
Okay,
Now,
so first of all, we will talk more about hackathon. But let us know, how are you this morning? How
I'm
have you?
doing good. I'm doing
Nice.
good.
That's very nice. So let our audience tell, like, what is this hackathon?
Okay, so basically, the hackathon was not always about hacking, actually. Okay, the term
Okay.
hackathon was actually derived from the developer's perspective, where it was like a marathon. They would get a stipulated time period to develop something, or to develop an algorithm, or to develop a total project and
Okay.
present them. So this was the total concept of hackathon. Now
Okay.
after that time, because it was only related to development itself, now because there are multiple branches of it, now there could be machine learning, normal development, web development, Android. Then when it comes to the cybersecurity field, we
Okay.
also develop our own type of hackathon that we call a CTF competition, capture the
Okay.
flag.
Okay.
So over here, basically what we do, these are security challenges, because it's all
Okay.
about hacking and all these things, and it is
Okay.
related to cybersecurity. So these are security challenges. It could be technical also, and it could be normal skill-based challenges. Like we have a category of challenge like open source intelligence. It
Okay.
is not directly related to any technical aspect. You know, need to know how to Google. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
and after completion
So
of
it's quite
each challenge,
interesting, right? Like,
it's
it's
really
quite
interesting.
interesting when you need to know how to Google and you are sitting for a
Right.
competition like hackathon. It's very much interesting, I guess.
Yes, it's moreover a very challenging aspect where you are directly interacting with the person. It is not
Okay.
about just the knowledge you have. You have to develop. See, you have a knowledge. You done that thing. That was the past. Now, while
Okay.
playing the hackathon, it there might be a challenge where you don't know anything. You have to do a research, and it is absolutely open source. You can do anything out of that.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so one more thing I want to share with my audience, that any questions you have regarding hackathon, you can just post a comment and we have an expert with us. He is going to give all your answers. So, sir, one more thing I would like to ask you, that this type of marathon of hacking, this concept, where from it has developed, like how things came to mind that we can create a marathon of hacking.
Okay, so let me give this in a different answer to your
Ah,
question. Okay,
sure. Yeah.
so in other field of IT, we can practice ourselves. Okay, means to
Okay.
develop a application, we do not need to ask a company to give us a project and all these things. We can develop in
Okay.
our own. But in the field of cybersecurity, there is no aspect of practice until and unless you're
Okay.
working with
I
a
see.
company. Okay, you
Okay.
cannot just go and ask a company that to practice my skill, just give me access to your network. That is not possible, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so this type of basically these are security challenges you in terms of a competition right now. What we are
Okay.
presenting, it is a competition where you get a prize after completion. But normally, if you're playing CTF or hackathons, you are developing your skills and practicing it. That's why
Okay.
this
Okay.
CTF is very much important, particularly for in cybersecurity field. Other
Okay.
things are normally we can just practice out everywhere.
So along with practicing, you can get a competition level. You can just go into the level and you can get some practical stimulation. We can say for that.
Yes, of course. Means the thing is that about this field of hacking and cybersecurity is
Okay.
not that the skill you already have, you are already presenting it. You know it till a level. Okay, it is not that you will
Okay.
be able to understand everything because day to day, a new technology is emerging. Every day, a new technology is coming up. New
Okay.
version of that particular technology is coming up. So
Okay.
to get a direct experience how to interact with the technology in terms of hacking, so we need to have a platform for that particular purpose.
Okay.
That's why this thing is much important in our
So
field.
that's why this marathon of hacking came to mind.
Yes.
That's very interesting. That's actually very interesting where you will get some practical stimulations out. Like we can just sit in front of a computer in a room and get some practical stimulations of what exactly is happening outside in cybersecurity world.
Of course, now not only that aspect that we are developing our skill or getting out a knowledge, we are
Okay.
building a community. Okay, means
Okay.
people, normal people in the Indian society thinks ethical hacking or hacking, the term hacking in a very bad sense. Like hacking,
Okay.
a guy
Okay.
who is hacking, he's like the most dangerous guy in the total world. But it is not like that,
Okay. Okay.
right? So when we are building a community, that's when we are coming across the same people who have having the same interest in our field,
Okay.
and we are able, of course we are able to share our knowledge. Building a community means
Okay.
that basically the purpose of sharing our knowledge through a community. Learning a
Okay.
thing from the internet is much less effective than learning a something from your friend, of course.
Of course.
So
Of course. Of course. So this is a competition on ethical hacking, I must say.
yes, this is a competition on ethical hacking. So
So the
why
term
the ethical
hacking, yeah. I
why
was going to
ethical
ask that.
hacking why ethical hacking now, the scenario I gave you that you want to practice your skill, you have to go and
Yeah,
ask to a company, that is not possible. So we are providing you
absolutely.
the total scenario what you need in the real life, the things that are related to hacking,
Okay.
but we are giving you permission to practice. Okay, we are giving you the permission to hack into our system. so
Okay.
so here comes the word ethics, that when I'm giving you the permission, you have ethically permitted to work on our system. So
Okay.
that's why ethical hacking competition.
Okay. So what are the skills like prerequisites or eligibility which is required for this competition?
Now, the skill levels varies to the uh, how the competition is taking place. Now, some basics about this CTF hackathons or
Okay.
our competition that we are holding, Ground Zero hackathon. So, our particular competition is known as a Jeopardy type competition. Okay, so where you
Okay.
will get access to some challenges. Click on the challenge, you will be redirected to that challenge, and you have to
Okay.
solve that challenge. Okay,
Okay.
so over here, what happens is direct based, means the skill you all have. You, if you know that you are the skill you have,
Okay.
and using that skill, you will able to solve the challenge. You have to click on this challenge, and you can just complete that challenge. Okay.
Okay.
In other type of competition, there are boot to root challenge, attack defense. In that
Okay.
particular thing, you need to know about what are those challenge about. Okay, means a
Okay.
boot to root, in a boot to root challenge is all about starting from having knowledge of just an IP address to getting to the administrative level access of that particular
Okay.
system.
Okay.
Okay, so that will require much more knowledge than our thing that we are particularly focusing on our Jeopardy type, where there are normal in our challenges. We are not only focused on typical hacking, means the total technical aspect of hacking. Like I already discussed,
Okay.
we are trying to include OSINT. We are trying to include algorithm based challenges. Okay,
So can
means
you just like describe it a bit? Like what type of challenges are there? Like it's going to be very interesting, I can find, and very enthusiastic. So just can you describe a bit about the challenges?
okay, so basically, in our challenge, what I are trying to do, we have categorized this challenge into four levels, I guess. Okay, so there are web application challenges where it is related to web application. There are cryptographic challenges where you have to use some algorithms to break out a piece of code. Okay, there
Okay.
are other challenges like network-based challenges. It means all the types are separated, and it is not that you have to use your total knowledge to get out everything. Everything is put forward to you in a very simple manner. You have to click on
Okay.
the challenge. If you know about it, you can just solve it directly.
Okay. So in this pandemic situation, this competition is going online. What
Yes.
exactly the things do you do a participant need to participate in it?
Basically, for our purpose, we have know something such as OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, that is
Okay.
Open Web Application Security Project vulnerabilities
Okay.
about web application. That is enough. Some basic knowledge about what are the different type of cryptic algorithms like base 64, rot. There are other algorithms like MD5 hash, how to convert them, how to crack them. You will get ultimate of online tools. Even if you are finding a simple algorithm based ciphertext, if you just paste it in Google, Google will tell you what type of ciphertext it is.
Okay.
So
One thing, sir,
it
I
is
would like
very.
to say, one thing I would like to say is that can you please simplify these topics for our audiences? Like these are very strong technical terms. So can you just simplify it for our audiences?
Okay, very basically, if I take an example of a web application challenge, okay, it is
Okay.
not directly that is not put in our this month's
It's an
CTF
example.
competition. Okay,
It's an
it's an
example.
example.
Okay.
Suppose there is a login system, okay,
Okay.
and you have to bypass the login system. You don't know the password and nothing. So what you can
Okay.
do, if you are getting any knowledge about what is the system is based upon, we can use a default password. Okay, there are
Okay.
default password for every system in the world. Okay, so we
Okay.
can try to use a default
And
password.
what is a
We
default
can,
password?
for example, if we go to our any router at our home, okay, most of the
Okay.
router will have the username as admin and the password as admin. So it is the
Okay.
factory preset password that are given to us, and we are supposed to change that password.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, if
Okay.
someone is not doing that, that is a security vulnerability. So
Okay.
these are the things that we are trying. We are giving the opportunity to a newcomer in cybersecurity to learn that you do not have to have a very good technical knowledge about hacking. It's all about
Okay.
just using your intelligence and Google, nothing else.
Okay. Okay. So, like you were telling about the levels of challenges, what are kind of levels and challenges we have in this competition. So, can you just tell us what kind of levels we have?
We have developed the challenge into four levels. Every category, like web challenge has four
Okay.
category, cryptographic have
Okay.
four category, network has four category. Every category has four levels. Okay.
Okay.
Now, every level is the first part is very easy. Like I
Okay.
told you, it's like just you have to search Google and you will get the answer directly. And the
Okay.
final level could be a little technical part where you will get the answer from Google, but you have to use some skills or you have to understand what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Okay. And if I'm going into like I'm just skipping the part of web challenges and network challenges because those things are little technical part. Okay, means
Okay.
most of the things are not. I'm telling about the tougher ones. Okay, but
Okay.
if I'm going into the cryptographic challenge and something like steganography or algorithm based challenge or OSINT based challenge, OSINT is all
Okay.
about googling, nothing else.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
to search. If you're getting something, some you will get a question out of there, and you have to just search Google to get the answer. Nothing more than that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the technical aspect for this competitions are very less until and unless you are trying to win that competition. Okay,
Okay.
for participation purpose, why we are trying to do this particular CTF competition is that the people should get a idea to give a people idea that what is this thing about. Okay, so
Okay.
we kept the challenges in this manner. Okay, first two challenges everyone will be able to solve. Everyone.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's not about that you have to you are playing CTF or you are enrolled in some kind of course to understand CTF. It's not about that.
Okay.
If you are just good enough for googling, you will be able to solve that problem.
Okay. So the next level.
Next level, the if I see first level very easy, just about googling. Second
Okay.
level is some aspect, and some like I discussed about the default password. Suppose let us skip the default password aside. Let us speak about common password. Okay,
Okay.
like I think most of them, the viewers have already watched the movie Spider-Man Away from Home. Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
most of them Spider-Man, one of my
Yeah.
favorite character. Okay, so
Okay.
in the last part where uh, the Spider-Man was making his shoot in the plane of Tony Stark. Okay, the security head of the Tony Stark in the Stark Industry, he asks that Peter asks that what was his password for his mobile.
Okay.
He told his password was password only, the word
Okay.
password. Okay, means these are the common things or the common credential people use. If we try
Okay.
to have, if you try that, someone see most of our password. If I'm very frank with you, most of the password will have our name, our date of birth, and a secret. Okay, if we
Yeah,
are
yeah,
having
true,
two of
true.
these,
Very true.
so if I am having just two of these things like our name and our date of birth, my third secret is not enough, means it's a very basic thing to gather, and we can just create a
Okay.
database of those password and we try to use those password.
Okay.
Okay, so these are
So
the
we are
things.
basically going into how to hack and password. From hackathon, we
Huh.
are basically going into how to hack a password.
How to
Okay.
hack a password. Okay,
Okay.
so people are learning. Even it is not about that, it can be done, means I'm not telling that people are trying to hack, they can do this in that manner. We are not speaking
Okay.
about that part. We're speaking that if someone is having this common password as their own password for Facebook or anything, anyone can hack into their system or their account and do lots of things. Okay, it can be done.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
when people are getting knowledge that as me as a freshers in this field, I'm able to just hack into the system in this a very easy manner. Okay, then what they will do, they will try to create their own password policies, make the password
Okay.
stronger enough that no one will able to just discover it out of the Google. Okay, so this is also aspect of this hackathon. It's not about the skill development, it is also that
Okay.
people are
Okay.
learning how to keep themselves safe.
Okay. So with competition, it is the practical stimulation, and it is also something to learn how to keep ourselves safe in the cyber world.
Yes,
So
of
this
course.
is
Now
all about the competition
it
of
is
hackathon.
it is all about basically the learning stage of how the world works. Okay,
Okay.
we, because most of us, everyone nowadays is directly indulged with the IT device. It's directly connected to IT
Okay.
device. Let it be my earphones that I'm using for this communication or my mobile phone. Everything is an IT device. Okay, so
True.
to understand how those things are working and how to keep us safe, when, because nowadays it's not about people are coming to your house to steal your things. It can be done online also nowadays.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
protection part also comes into play when we are speaking about hackathon and CTF competitions. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So,
even one more thing I would like to add. It is not up for the people in cybersecurity also.
okay.
Anyone who are interested, who are developers, also they can also join, because
Okay.
they are the people who are developing a thing and they will make the mistake where we crack it. Okay, so
Okay.
if they are learning that part, it is good enough, right? That it will be a better thing to for them also.
Okay. So, can you please tell me what is the basic educational background that a participant in hackathon competition needs? Very basic
Uh,
educational background, if I say.
For ethical hacking, for CTF, there is no basic requirements. There are no
Okay.
there are no basic requirements. Just if you are able to use Google, that is enough. The basic requirements: having an internet connection and how to search in Google. Nothing else.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, this type of competitions you are talking about some CTF. So, can we have the full form for that?
CTF stands for capture the flag. Capture the
Okay.
flag.
And
So basically,
yeah.
what is this?
Hmm.
Basically, when we're solving a security challenge, in return, after solving, we'll get a text. Okay, so it is
Okay.
not a physical flag itself. We'll get a text. It will be stating as flag one, and then a value of that flag. So that particular flag we have to submit into a portal, and we will get a point for that
Okay.
particular flag
Okay.
submission.
So this CTF, what kind of challenges, like what kind of CTF competitions? There is
Uh,
there only the hackathon one, or there are different various competitions for this catching the flag? Would you please like to
uh,
elaborate?
if we speak about the types of CTF or hackathons, okay, so there are basically three types. Okay, there is something what I discussed about the Jeopardy type, where you will
Okay.
have multiple challenges. and it will
Okay.
be direct challenges. You will see the category, you have to just click on the challenge, you have to complete that challenge.
Okay.
The
Okay.
second type is known as a boot to root challenge. Boot
Acha.
means the starting of a computer, and going to the root level access means the administrative level access of the computer. Okay,
Okay.
so in boot to root challenge, the only thing you will get is an IP address, nothing else.
Okay.
After that, you have to figure out what to do with that IP address. Okay,
Okay.
now this
So
is the
this
medium.
figuring out, like I would like to say this figuring out of what to do with the IP address we have, is it given inside the challenge? Like the hints are given in the challenge.
Nothing, nothing is
Okay.
given. Only the
Okay. So
IP address will
how
be
a
given to
computer
you.
will find it out?
You have to follow the phases, like in ethical hacking we have some phases like reconnaissance, scanning, vulnerability
Okay.
assessment, then system hacking, then privilege escalation. You
Okay.
have to follow this total steps, and then you will figure out how to. If you are practicing it day by day, it will be like just like a riding a bicycle or something. Okay, if you're
Okay.
practicing it in a regular manner, if somebody is new, he will find it a little difficult, that after this I'm finding this, after that what I have to do. Okay, so that will
Okay.
be a little tough for a beginner guy who is into CTF competition. But other than that, who are practicing it in a daily basis, it will be a very easy thing to do. Okay,
Okay.
it's
So
just
what
like
is the
means you
third
have
type you are talking about? What is the third
okay
type you are talking about?
the third type is known as attack and defense. Okay,
Okay.
so
This
in
seems
so it
interesting. This
is
seems very interesting.
so it is actually a security practice that is being done in a very good manner. Okay, so what
Okay.
happens? A company in a real life scenario. I'm not speaking about CTF competitions. In real life
Okay.
scenario, what they do, they have two teams. Okay, always
Okay.
in every company they will have two teams. One team
Okay.
is known as a blue team who defend the network. Okay,
Okay.
and there is other team known as a red team who attack the network. Okay,
Okay.
so when this total audit takes place, the thing is that the red team will attack, the blue team will defend, and they will see how they are trying to means how they're gathering all the knowledge about the system, how they're able to attack, and how well the defending team is being able to mitigate those attack, or being able to just trace out where the attack is being taking
Okay.
place. Okay, these all things are done in the real life. Okay, in the big
Okay.
companies they are doing this thing. Now we
Okay.
are just putting this concept into our normal CTF competition. Okay, where
Okay.
they will have to create two teams of suppose member of 10 members per team, blue team and red
Okay.
team. First they will basically, this is not a one directional process, it will be have two parts. First team of the team A, suppose we have two teams A and B. The first part will where A will be the red team and B will be the blue team, and
Okay.
in the second part the A team will be the blue team and the B team will be the red team. Okay,
Okay.
and this how they will be given a time period, of course, and this total competition will take around 24 hours or something. Okay, it's not about
Okay.
4 hours competition because it will take time.
Okay.
And they will see then how fast, who are the people who did it very well, who are the people defended the system well, who used the better mitigation techniques and all these things, and
Okay.
after that the points will be allocated in that manner.
Okay.
But so these are the basic three types of CTF competitions.
Okay. So how this hackathon and cybersecurity go hand in hand? Like, can you just say?
Basically it's all about practice. Okay, cybersecurity is all about practice and learning new technologies. Okay,
Okay.
if we are going into other things like development aspect or anything, it is moreover, it's not, I'm not denying that it is not totally bookish knowledge or something like that. Okay, you have to know some theoretical part of ethical hacking also, even in development, and yeah, all about experience and
Okay.
uh, how many projects you have worked on, all these things. Okay, but cybersecurity, what I've already spoke is that you cannot just go and ask to a company that I want to practice in a system. That is not possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the purpose of testing your skill, you need to have a platform, basically. Okay, so this how the cybersecurity. Even one more interesting thing, uh, before 2010, how cybersecurity interview was taken place. It was all about bug bounty. How many Hall of Fame in bug bounty you're having, or what are the different type of certification you're having. Okay, it was all about that.
Okay. Okay.
Now the recruitment process has changed. Okay, they will have a technical interview. They will have a technical interview. After that, for 1 week, they will give you that these are my IP address. Test on them and capture the flags. Okay,
Okay.
and after that they will hire you. So if we are doing this capture the flag competition beforehand, before going into an interview, it will help you a lot, right?
Definitely,
So if
definitely.
and people, because ethical hacking and cybersecurity is more over a very practical field. There is no there is theoretical part where you need to know the security policies and all this thing, but it is more about the practical aspect, that how well you are practicing and all these things, and the
Okay.
practice will be done by playing CTF competition,
Okay.
because nothing else can be done in that particular part.
So, Indian School of Ethical Hacking is organizing its one of the most enthusiastic and energetic competition in on 26th of September, this Sunday, that is.
Yes, this Sunday. So this will be
This
our
Sunday.
third edition to this particular competition. So our
Okay.
first hackathon was held on 26 March 2021. Okay, it was an offline
Okay.
hackathon.
Okay.
Then last month it was also an online hackathon, and now because due to the COVID condition, we are trying to focus and build our total CTF competition online, because most people are reluctant to come to the venue to do a offline competition now, because everyone has an internet connection. We are trying to focus to bring this uh, now. Last month it was only for West Bengal. Now
Okay.
this month it is totally for India. Anyone from India citizen can just participate.
Okay.
Okay.
So, can you just share some hacks and tips for the participants so that they can just prepare themselves before this 2 to 3 days
uh,
preparation?
for me, first tips I will like to give you is that for everyone is that search Google. Okay, Google is your best friend in cybersecurity.
Okay.
You will get every answer in Google. Okay, so
Okay.
trust Google, and you have to find out many things. So you figure out how to use Google. Next thing, learn about different type of ciphertext. Okay, so what are
Okay.
different ciphertexts? Like I spoke about best 64, rot, MD5 hashes. There are different ciphertexts. You will get a reference in Wikipedia and all these things. How to
Okay.
decrypt. You
Okay.
will get lots of site. And the
Okay.
third and final step is learn about two things. The first is OWASP top 10. The what are the top 10 web application vulnerabilities? So,
Okay.
and I'm not speaking about all the toughest vulnerability. Okay, it's not about the toughest vulnerability. The basic concept that how to approach a vulnerability.
Okay.
And the other thing in the third point is something known as enumeration. Okay, so
Acha. So, what is
enumeration
that?
is basic.
Bit
So it
detail.
is basically, in terms of hacking, it is a type of reconnaissance, but where you are directly interacting with some company or something. And reconnaissance, what is that? We are just gathering information about someone. Here
Okay.
we are trying to find out credentials, email addresses, usernames that might be helpful for us. Okay.
Okay.
So these are the things, the basic things. These are very basics for our competition also. We have kept this competition in a very basic level. So it is all about, first of all, how to use Google. Second thing, about knowledge about the all the cipher text, cryptographic text. Okay, and
Okay.
third, which have included two things: OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, and the second thing is enumeration. Nothing more than that.
Okay. So, knowing this hacks and tips, anyone can just come to the competition and try to win it.
Yes, knowing these things, anyone can apply, but I'm not telling that they will able to get to the first level of prize. Okay, because
Okay.
there are
Okay.
some people who are already into the cybersecurity, and they're playing CTF competitions. Like the
Okay.
last month, there was a guy named Ahmed or something. I just forgot it. Asima
Okay.
Ahmed.
Okay.
Okay, he was a
Okay.
very generous guy. He cracked the first level, the toughest level. Okay, it was ranked in the toughest level first, then the lowest level was at the last. So he cracked the
Okay.
three challenges in first 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so for
yeah, yeah, please continue.
that particular purpose, we have kept some challenges. We are keeping some challenges that will trouble the people who are already playing these things. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, sir, we have a question from one of our viewers. He is Shreyan Nag and he wants to know how to learn hacking.
Okay, so basically, learning hacking is not enough. Okay, now hacking is is means the total you have to learn cybersecurity first. Okay, the total
Okay.
concept of cybersecurity first, then you come into hacking. Okay, so
Okay.
cybersecurity includes the part of networking. Okay, networking is very important in cybersecurity because without networking, there was nothing. A computer would not be connected through internet and nothing like that. So
Okay.
networking is must. Knowing about a programming language, okay, like Python
Okay.
is very important. Python is like the holy grail of ethical hacking. Okay, so
Okay.
Python is very important for that, and then comes the ethical hacking aspect, and after that, ethical it will be after learning the ethical hacking aspect, you will be able to see that how we are approaching a target, how to exploit that part. Then the professional aspect of these things are coming where we become a something known as a penetration tester. Okay, so ethical
Okay.
hacker, being an ethical hacker is just about having the knowledge of how this concept of hacking works. Okay,
Okay.
both practically and theoretically.
Okay.
But the next step is to get into something known as penetration testing, where you are the
Okay.
expert to break into a system.
Okay.
Okay.
So how this penetration testing works? This term has termed up. So how this works? Like I'm also very much interested to know about it.
So penetration testing is about the manual exploitation of see in ethical hacking. What we do, there are different kind of blocking websites, repository where all the vulnerabilities that are already being found till
Okay.
date are kept. Okay, so in ethical
Okay.
hacking, what we do, we get those vulnerabilities. We see if that system is vulnerable to that prerequisite of that vulnerability, and we just
Okay.
report them. So that
Okay.
is a part of ethical hacking. In patient tester, you are more of a researcher. You're exploring.
Okay.
You are seeing how even suppose a new system has come today. A software name, suppose like taking example of StreamYard. Okay, suppose today was the day where StreamYards were discovered. Okay, today
Okay.
it was launched, and today we are the first customer. We are using this StreamYard.
Okay.
Till now means before this day there was no vulnerability reported. People like penetration tester find this vulnerability for this particular system. They
Okay.
research, they figure out what are the things, they do the manual testing, they see the source. There are things like source code review,
Okay.
like reverse engineering part. They do all these things, then find all this type of vulnerability, and
Okay.
they put those vulnerability into the those online repositories where the ethical hackers use them after that.
Okay. Okay. So basically, from ethical hacking, we have just turned into penetration testing. So
Interesting.
let's come back to ethical hacking and hackathon competition right now. So, sir,
Yes.
can you please tell us about what are the rules for this competition?
Okay, so basically we didn't put any kind of hard and fast rule. Like
Okay.
there are some other competition where some tools are restricted. Okay, you cannot use that particular tools. In our competition, we have some restriction. For example, no scanning is being required. Okay, because this is a Jeopardy type competition where you are directly given the tasks that you have to do for that particular purpose. No scanning is required. Okay,
Okay.
so that is only the rule. Other rule is that. We are not trying to attack anyone else. Okay, we are
Okay.
trying the only IP that is given to you, only the site that is given to you to practice on, that is the thing that we can only attack on. There is
Okay.
no age limit as such. Anyone who has knowledge, they can join. And one
Okay.
more thing, it is a individual competition, so no group is allowed.
Okay. So no group is around. Then do we have the competition of red team and blue team in this part of hackathon?
uh, this month we are not trying to have it because the red team blue team competition we will not be able to do this in an online basis.
Okay.
So we have
Okay.
to do this in a physical environment because the online competition there will be some problems regarding that part. So if we are
Okay.
trying to do we are planning for the next months because we are doing this hackathon on a regular basis now.
Okay.
So the next month completion we are trying to figure out to do it in a boot to root manner. Okay, where a few
Okay.
IPs address will be given to you. Then it's all about you. That how we
Okay.
are approaching all these things.
Okay. So from these competitions, I guess that these competitions we find many freshers, like fresh minds coming out and interested in cybersecurity.
Yes.
Is it?
Actually, this cybersecurity, I'm telling you, before when I started a few years back, 3 years back actually, most of us was only related to a company who are teaching them. Okay, they're taking
Okay.
some classes. It was that only. Now, when there are many which have come forwarded with the CTF competition, all these things. Okay, so
Okay.
they have an open resource. Okay, where from there they can learn anything. So
Okay.
it is developing in a very big manner. Okay, it is not about
Okay.
like Siliguri. If we take India itself, uh, I don't know in India there are no competition as such. Okay, there are some few competitions that are being held, but in a higher level. But for a basic level, for the beginners, there are only ground zero is the only competition that we are putting forward for the
Okay.
freshers in this field.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
after
that's
this
why.
competition, like after this competition, after competing in it, and after knowing all the challenges, clearing all the challenges, how can an individual or the participant can go ahead in life to this cybersecurity aspiration?
First of all, if they are able to complete this competition, they have knowledge. Okay,
Okay.
and for what I like to add is that for industry standards to get to work in the industry, there are certification required. Okay,
Okay.
so like for example, if someone tells me that I know everything about class 12 syllabus, I am from science background, I know, but I did not pass class 12. Okay, I do not have any
Okay.
certification for class 12.
Okay.
Will I able
Okay.
to trust him? it is not
Absolutely
possible
not.
for it is not possible for me to trust him, right? So for that particular purposes, company are requiring these particular things like certificates for
Okay.
they will get a valid reason to hire them.
Okay. Okay.
And there are even certificates will teach us a lot. Okay, because their
Okay.
question patterns and the things that are being asked in their exams are directly related to the interview part. In interview,
Okay.
those direct questions are being asked, and the practical aspect is being solved by playing CTFs.
Okay.
Okay, so we
So
are
each and
these two
every
things are going
competitor here would like to become a professional hackathon player. Is it true?
even what we were discussing, it was all about getting a job, right? It was
Yeah,
getting a job
absolutely.
after playing,
Ultimately, it's a
getting
job, basically.
knowledge to get a job. Now there are people, okay, I know some people who are playing CTF for their job. Okay, and there are
Okay.
team in India also, they are representing all over the world. Like there was in 2019 there was a Google hackathon. Indian team ranked around 200 something. Okay, so
Okay.
they do there for the purpose of earning. Okay, they play hackathon. There are
Okay.
worldwide competition where they go play hackathon, win money, and they come back. Okay,
Okay.
so this is also aspect. If you are interested in that particular part, you can go into that even developing CTF competitions. Like when a person is understanding how to play a CTF, how to play this hackathon competitions, what they will know that they will able to develop those competition also. And people are
Okay.
requiring, even a company when they're hiring a person for the security team, he will be asked to play a CTF. And the CTF, they will not buy from someone else.
Okay.
That company will also hire a guy who can develop CTF.
Okay. Okay. So it is interlinked with jobs and all and everything. This hackathon is a complete package, you can say, for the cybersecurity aspirants.
Yes, yes, and it is the most crucial thing. Okay, and means because I already am telling this in why, because skill without practice is nothing. Okay, means you
Absolutely.
have the skill, you have the knowledge. If you are not practicing in a regular manner, I'm not speaking about daily. It is not possible for daily practice, but on a regular
Okay.
manner to challenge yourself to learn new things.
Okay.
If you are not having that mindset, you will not be able to survive in the cybersecurity field. Okay,
Okay.
because as a cybersecurity guy, you have to have knowledge about everything. Okay, I mean
Okay.
everything. It's not
Okay.
about just web application or network, how it is working on programming. You have to know
Okay.
about everything, how to, starting from how to speak with a person and how to gather knowledge after speaking out, getting information out of a person.
Okay.
Okay, so
So, sir, let us take some questions from the audience if there is any. Like, if there is any, let us take some questions from the. So, I would like to request to the audiences that if any questions you have in your mind, you can just text on the comment, and our expert is going to give you the answer. So can we wait for some few seconds to wait to let them write?
Yes.
Till then I would like to ask you something. That how do you came into this field? Like how do you get the interest to come into this field apart from hackathon, like the cybersecurity field?
Uh, See, now there is a backstory, a very big backstory. Okay, so I was
Okay.
really interested in playing football, basically. Okay, so
Okay.
there was an incident in class 10. Okay, when I was in class 10, I had a back injury. After that, I
Okay.
quit every sport. Okay, I quit
Okay.
cricket. Means football and cricket was a day to day thing for me. Okay, so
Okay.
after
Like
that,
that's
I
really
quit.
sad.
After that, the other thing I always liked was music and computers. Okay, so I was really interested in computers. So from there, I started learning about computers. From class 11, 12, I got into web development, learning about new programming language, all these things. Then, as everyone was interested in hacking, I also searched about hacking. Okay, from that particular period, I was interested in these things about hacking, how this cybersecurity works.
Okay.
Means the thing I really find was interesting is that when a company is developing a thing, they already test it. They already
Okay.
test in a very rigorous manner, and then also hackers are able to find a vulnerability. That was a
True.
very interesting thing for me. So that's why from that part I started learning, then got into my degree. After that completion, after completing my degree, I got my certification and still learning this particular thing.
So I would also like to know that how ISOEH has helped you in all
So
these procedures.
basically, if I tell that when I was in college, okay, so because I studied in Siliguri only. When I was in college, I was really interested in this field. I contacted the
Okay.
Kolkata branch, ISOH, okay. So, but that time there was no such online classes, okay, and I was not
Okay.
able to go there, okay.
Okay.
So during my I think final year of my college, ISOH Siliguri branch started, and that year
Okay.
only
That's
our
nice.
the ISOH branch from Siliguri contacted our college for a small training, and after that I
Okay.
got link, and then from there I got all the knowledge because I already had the knowledge. I got the degree from here. After that I then I'm walking away only.
Okay. So that's a very nice journey from a student of ISOEH to a faculty of ISOEH.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
uh,
very nice.
and over here
Yeah, please.
we were the first batch of ISOH. Well, means me and my friends from my college were the first batch of ISOH Siliguri,
Okay.
and from there I came. Means after that I liked this total field because I was really interested. Then I
Okay.
asked for joining and all these things.
So that's like more interesting. So I think we don't have any questions from our viewers right now. One more thing I would like to tell you that if you tell something about when the competition is going to start on 26th and how to look for it on the internet, it's live streaming and how to find it out. So just can you give us some information about it?
Okay, so for first, you have to register yourself to the competition. Okay,
Okay.
so if it is possible, we can just share the link, or it is in our website only. You can just go to the website. You will see the
Okay.
link over there. You have to register
Okay.
yourself. After
Okay.
that, the last day of registration is on 24th.
Okay.
24th night, you will be
Okay. So we
receiving
have
a
a question. I would like to tell you, sir, I would like to give you a pause. So we have a question that is what to do after BSc Ethical Hacking course.
now. This question is a very big matter. Now it is all depending on what is the field you are trying to work on. Okay, now
Okay.
ethical completion of ethical hacking is just a basic phase of getting into cybersecurity. Now there are
Okay.
other like DFI, like digital forensic incident responding, or a
Okay.
SOC analyst, or a penetration tester, or a red teamer. So first you have to think that what is the job profile you are looking for, and which is a job profile you are finding interesting.
Okay.
Then learn those things, what are the skill requirement for those things, and you can just pursue those career paths.
Okay. So we will come back to what we were talking about, the competition date, time, and how to look for it.
Okay. So first registration part, you can just visit our website for
Okay.
that. Last day of registration is on 24th September.
Okay.
So after 24th September, 25th, you will be receiving a greetings email. You will be
Okay.
receiving your credentials and a meeting link
Okay.
where this total introduction for the hackathon will be given to you. It will be
Okay.
starting from uh, 11 a.m. on the 26th. Half an
Okay.
hour we will be giving the competitors all the walkthroughs that what they need to do, what they do not need to do, all the rules and regulations.
Okay. Okay.
From 11:30, the competition will start. It is very simple. They have to just log in into a system. We will be supplying all the information where to go and what to do through that
Okay.
meet only. And after that, they will be able to compete.
Okay. And where to look for it? Like, where can we find the competition live, online live streaming?
Our ISOH page on YouTube, Facebook,
Mhm.
and LinkedIn are stream will be streaming this competition live.
Okay.
Okay, the total 4 hour competition.
Okay.
The scoreboard, who are the competitors, you will be able to see everything. Even
Okay.
what are the rankings, what are the challenges they have competed, and all these things. All the things will be already. Even the live chat will be also open. We'll able to cheer up for your friends if they are joining. We will do the,
Okay.
and those guys who are already playing the CTF content, they will also be able to reply to that.
Okay. So it's this Sunday. It's going to be very interesting, very enthusiastic. One of the most remarkable Sunday of like September, I guess. Such an
Yes,
enthusiastic competition.
yes, I suppose this will be the first time where West Bengal, from at least not in West Bengal, in India itself, it will be a
Okay.
first thing that we are trying to do. Okay, this is the first time in India this type
So
of competition is going to take place in
India's
a
largest ever. Like, yeah, India's largest
largest ever,
ever.
where we are focusing everyone. It is not about only the professionals. We are focusing everyone, professionals
Okay.
from the
Okay.
from freshers to professional, anyone.
So it's going to be very nice and very interesting, I hope. And one of the most important things I would like to tell my viewers here that please join ISOEH on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn for viewing this hackathon competition live. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. And thank you so much for giving us time from your precious moments and precious time. And it was very interesting to know about what hackathons are and what type of things we are going to do, we are going to find on hackathons, and most importantly, how our viewers or participants can pursue with the career in cybersecurity after completing this hackathon. It's a very nice thing we are having today. So let us just keep here. The time is very short we are having. So I would like to say thank you. And I would also like to say thank you to my viewers. And let's wait for Sunday to go ahead.
Yes, of course. Thank you, sister, and thank you everyone who joined this live session. Okay, we'll be having much more than this on Sunday. So please join. If you are not enrolling into this competition, also try to watch the live stream. It will be a very
Okay.
interesting thing, and because it is the first time
So,
that we are doing this in India
so
also.
we are marking the date. We are marking the
Yes,
date. It's
26,
26th of September 2021, and the time is sharp 11:30
11 a.m.
a.m. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.